Hey friends, welcome back to Quiz Plays. Can you guess 100 football players in 5 seconds? Before we start, please subscribe for more content like this. Let's go! Who is this player? Lionel Messi. Guess this? Cristiano Ronaldo. And this? Xavi. Who is this player? Andreas Iniesta. And this? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Guess this? Radamel Falcao. Who is this player? Robin van Persie. Do you recognize him? Andrea Pirlo. Guess this? Yaya Toure. And this? Edinson Cavani. Do you recognize him? Sergio Aguero. Guess this? Iker Casillas. Who is this player? Neymar. Do you recognize him? Sergio Busquets. Guess this? Xabi Alonso. Who is this player? Thiago Silva. Guess this? Mesut Ozil. And this? David Silva. Do you recognize him? Bastian Schweinsteiger. Who is this player? Gianluigi Buffon. Guess this? Luis Suarez. Who is this player? Sergio Ramos. Do you recognize him? Vincent Kompany. Who is this? Gerard Pique. And this? Philippe Lahm. Do you recognize him? William. Who is this? Marco Reyes. And this? Franck Ribéry. Who is this? Manuel Neuer. Do you recognize him? Ashley Cole. Who is this? Wayne Rooney. And this? Juan Mata. Who is this player? Thomas Muller. Guess this? Mario Götze. Do you recognize him? Karim Benzema? Who is this? Cesc Fabregas? Who is this player? Oscar? Guess the player. Fernandinho? Who is this player? Javier Mascherano? Who is this? Gareth Bale? Do you recognize him? Javier Zanetti? Guess the player. Daniele De Rossi? Who is this player? Dani Alves? Who is this? Peter Cech? Do you recognize him? Mats Hummels? Guess the player. Carlos Puyol? Who is this player? Angel Di Maria? Who is this? Carlos Tevez? Do you recognize him? Didier Drogba? Guess the player. Giorgio Chiellini? And this? Marcelo? Who is this? Stefan El Shaarawy? Who is this player? Toni Kroos? Do you recognize him? Samuel Eto'o? And this? Jordi Alba? Who is this player? Mario Gomez? Guess the player. Arturo Vidal? Do you recognize him? Eden Hazard? Who is this? James Rodriguez? Who is this player? Marouane Fellaini? Guess the player. Ramirez? Who is this? David Villa? Do you recognize him? Klaas-Jan Huntelaar? And this? Nemanja Vidic? Who is this player? Joe Hart? Guess the player. Arjen Robben? And this? Mario Balotelli? Do you recognize him? Mathieu Valbuena? Guess the player. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Who is this player? Robert Lewandowski. Who is this? Hernanes. Guess the player. Pedro. Who is this player? Santi Cazorla. Do you recognize him? Christian Eriksen. Guess the player. Ezequiel Lavezzi. Who is this player? Joao Moutinho. Do you recognize him? Mario Mandzukic. Guess the player. Patrice Evra. And this? David Luiz. Guess the player. Luka Modric. Who is this player? Victor Wanyama. Guess the player. Mapu Yanga Biwa. Do you recognize him? Hulk. And this? Dario Serna. Who is this player? Emmanuel Mayuka. Do you recognize him? John Terry. Guess the player. Kwadwo Asamoah. Who is this? Leonardo Bonucci. Do you recognize him? Javier Pastore. Guess the player. Henrik Mkhitaryan. And this? Moussa Dembele. Who is this player? Hatem Ben Arfa. Do you recognize him? Samir Nasri. Guess the player. Shinji Kagawa. Who is this player? Wesley Sneijder. Do you recognize him? Pepe. Who is this? Marek Hamsik. Do you recognize him? Javi Martinez. Who is this player? Diego Forlan. Guess the player. Paulinho. And that's all, my friends. How many guesses? Write in the comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and now choose here your next challenge.